So in this video, we're going to be looking at expanding single brackets. So when expanding single brackets, and you've done quite a bit of this already when looking at other things, when expanding, if you have a number out the front of a bracket and there's a couple terms in the bracket, when expanding this, you're going to have a times b plus a times c. So we're going to do some examples. So for this one, we're going to have 3. You don't have to draw the arrows every time. I'm just doing that for completeness. So 3 times 2x is 6x, and then 3 times -3 is -9. With the second example, -2 times x multiplied by x is going to be, well, x times x is x squared, so it'll be -2x squared. And then -2x times by 4, well, that's going to be -8x. So remember, you can pause the video and take down the examples afterwards. So x times x squared. So remember, x squared is just x times x. So x squared, which is just x times x, and multiplying it by x again, is there's just going to be 3 x's, and we can actually just write this as x to the power of 3. So you don't have to write this down, but x times x squared is going to give us x to the power of 3, and then x times 1 will give us 1x. Likewise, if we have more than 2 terms in our brackets, the term out the front can be multiplied by all 3. Sorry, that's meant to be from there. So we can have 2x times x squared, which would be 2x to the power of 3, or 2x cubed, and then 2x times 2x, well, 2 times 2 is 4, and x times x is x squared. And finally, 2x times 5, well, 2 times 5 is 10, and it'll be 10x. So this should basically be a revision, fairly straightforward, hopefully. Now, this, we're just going to do a times a. A times a will just be a squared. A times 3 will be 3 lots of a. And then 2a times 5a, well, 2 times 5 is 10. And a times a is a squared. And finally, 2a times -3 will be -6a. Now, what's different about this example is that we want to expand it and then simplify. So we can simplify terms when they are the same letter but to the same power. So a squared, so we've got 1a squared and we've got 10a squared. So if we add them together, we'll get 11a squared. And then we've got 3a take 6a. So 3 take 6 is just -3. So it'll be -3 lots of a. That's a horrible a. And finally, b times 2b will be 2b squared. B times b is just b squared. And then b times -1 will give us -b. -4b multiplied by 3b, well, -4 times 3 is -12. And b times b is b squared. Finally, we've got -4b times by -7. So -4 times -7 is +28. And just b, +28b. And then simplifying our like terms, we've got 2b squared and -12b squared. So 2 take 12 is -10. So we've got -10b squared, and then -1b plus 28b. 28b take 1b is just 27b. So now I want you to have a go at questions. Question 1, column 1 and 3 on page 153. Cheers.